round 6, I guess. Okay. So this is round 6. And I've got a lot to touch up on here for this confession. I'm sorry, I sound like shit. Getting over this whole sore throat. I don't know if I was sick, but it was a bad sore throat. It hurt so bad, but I'm getting over it. Oh man, let's go back. Let's go back a couple rounds, like 2 rounds at least. So my team, we lost the challenge. We were going to elimination, and it was going to be a joint elimination, of course, and Maddie was there as well. And at the beginning of the round, it was quite interesting because, there were 2 names that were going around, and that was Kim. Sorry. There were 2 names going around, and it was Kim and, oh God, what was the other one? My memory shot. Anyway, and Tulsi was going around as well. I guess people wanted to vote out. No, that was the round before. Fuck me. Anyway, Kim's name was going around, and there's another name going around. But anyway, I received a call from Dylan. Myself and Maddie received a call from Dylan, and Dylan informed me that I guess Jordan Rosenberg started a call in the other team, the team that he was a part of, and I wasn't, and threw my name out there, as well as Maddie's name as well, but he threw my name mostly out there. And I'm like, oh, great. Maddie and I were just literally sitting here joking, laughing the fact that we were not the targets. Nobody was even thinking about us. And we were kind of playing in the middle, and nobody was even going to consider us. And then, bam. Jordan opened his fucking mouth, but according to Jordan, it was Dylan who did whatever. But anyway, so Dylan said, well, Robby, why don't we go after Viver, Alex Viver? And I'm like, is that our only option? Because at first I didn't want to. I didn't want to vote Alex out. But then a lot of people, oh yes, sorry, it was Kim and Jordan, the names out there, by the way, correction. A lot of people wanted to go for Jordan, but they weren't going for Jordan. It just didn't make any sense. Like, people wanted Jordan out, but nobody was going for Jordan. And I just didn't understand it. I would have been okay doing it. Sorry, Jordan, but you got to go. And then I guess people thought Jordan had a power, so the next best thing, the safest option, was to go for a Viber. And at that point, I'm like, you know what? My name is out. If it's going to save my ass, then I have to go for Alex. Sorry, not sorry, but I have to do it. And yeah, when it came, I people were telling me, I'm not voting for you, Robby. You're not going to get votes. I had Peyton lying right to my fucking face and telling me that I wasn't getting any votes, or I wasn't getting many votes, and he wasn't voting for me. And I had Duke telling me that he wasn't voting for me, and that he didn't think votes were there for me. And when it came down to it, thank you, Maddie, for having the idol, and thank you for using it on me. So Maddie decided that he was going to use his idol on me and put himself in danger. When it came down to it, I received 6 votes. I mean, I would have been gone. Had Maddie not used his idol on me, I would have been gone. My All-Stars game would have been done. And it was like, I would have been the first winner out, which would have sucked. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to be the first winner out. Like, go after Tulsi, go after Rosenberg, go after people who actually you want out of this game. People that are actually threatening over me. I mean, I know I could potentially be a threat down the line because I won my season and I feel like I have a good grasp on the social and strategic game. But as for right now, you have these bigger names out there like Tulsi and Jordan, and why would you want to go after me? So yeah, if Maddie didn't use his idol on me, I would have been gone. I had 6 votes, but the thing that scared me after that was when the votes were being revealed and all my votes were negated by the idol. Maddie received votes, and at that point I was like, oh my God. Like, I was literally shaking because it was either going to be Alex or Maddie. And I was praying that it was not going to be Maddie, because I would have felt so bad had Maddie used the idol on me and then got taken out himself. I would have felt horrible about that. Luckily, Alex left. It was 6 to 4 to 3 were the votes, I believe. Or 7 to 4 to 3. One of my votes got blocked. I believe Alex used a vote block power, or vote cancel, or vote steal, whatever, and took away my vote. The reason why I knew that is people told me, plus I also wrote at the bottom of my vote, I wrote hashtag blame Rosenberg, and my vote was the only one that wasn't there. So, yeah. So that's the round, and I felt so betrayed by people like Peyton and Duke, and Peyton came to me afterwards, Duke came to me afterwards, both apologizing. And I pretty much I was flat out with Peyton. I told him, I said, Peyton, either you're with me or you're against me. You know, you fucked me over. You lied right to my face. There was no need to do that. I don't trust Peyton in this game. Peyton is my number one target at this point. I feel like he needs to go for me. I want that to happen this round, but I don't want to be the one to throw it out there. Or Satan, as I should say, because when Dylan and I were talking about people who were going, I said something about Peyton's name rhyming with Satan, so now I call Peyton Satan. He can go with his red fiery hair back into the pits of hell. So, yeah. I stayed. Thanks to Maddie for using his idol. I owe him one. So the following round, which was this last round, my team won the challenge. Thank you. I guess our times were just in sync, and I was so grateful. But Maddie was going to the elimination. I was scared for Maddie because he was on a tribe with people who really didn't have his back at the end of the day. But it wound up working out because, well, it did, but it did and it didn't. It did and it didn't because Dylan wound up leaving. Not what I wanted to see, because Dylan was never after me in this game. Dylan was the one giving me information in this game. Dylan wasn't against me. So that wasn't helpful for me to see Dylan go, which I was kind of upset that Maddie, voted Dylan out and let that happen, because Dylan would have been useful for Maddie and I moving forward. So, yeah. We won, and there was no elimination from my team, for me, myself, and, memes and whoever else it was. And now we are in the middle of this round where, because of the challenge where it's kind of like a friend or foe kind of thing, everyone mostly said they were giving up. They were not going to do nothing in the challenge. So now all 18 people are going to elimination, and I'm praying that I'm okay. I already got votes once. Why wouldn't it happen again? But I'm praying that people don't want me out. Like, I'm praying that some people don't see me as that possibility this round. I don't think that would happen. I don't see people wanting to vote me, but I also don't put it past Peyton or Duke to push the narrative, because I trust them the least in this game. They're playing people. They're talking to everyone. They're playing everyone. I'm not having it. That's really all I can think of, and I'm losing my voice, but do you have any questions for moi?
So, obviously, you kind of touched up on this a little bit. You received votes, not last round, but the round before that. What were you thinking, like, once Maddie played the idol on you? Did you just assume that the following round you were going to be targeted?
I thought that was I thought it was a possibility, but I also had to look. At like who my votes were from. My votes were from some people from season 1, like Duke and Peyton, and I know that was a mixture of like Kim thrown in there, but I didn't know if that was going to be the case, because I just don't. How am I going to put this? I want to put this the easiest way. I thought that it could be possible I'd be a target the following round, but I think it only gained traction because certain people were pushing it to do so. I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb that Jordan Rosenberg probably talks to Peyton and talks to Duke and talks to Kim. Well, I know he talks to Kim. Kim pretty much gave me the entire rundown of what Jordan Rosenberg is doing in this game, which I have all right here in my handy dandy notebook. Everything that Kim pretty much told me on that call that we had. And I know that Jordan Rosenberg has a lot to do with what she did that round. I just don't trust him. I don't trust Rosenrat. I don't trust Rosenboring, Rosenrat, whatever you want to call him, or Satan that needs to go back to his pits of hell But yeah, I think I could potentially be a target. I just don't know if many people would do it right now. I was very happy, by the way, that Maddie used his idol. But I was scared that Maddie could go. That was the only thing on my mind at that time.
So instead of Dylan going home last round, who would you have wished to go home?
Peyton. I wish Peyton would have gone. I mean, I feel like he is a loose cannon. He's trying to talk to as many people and bullshit as many people as he possibly can. And I feel like he has a lot of say in what his group kind of does. I put it like this. I put, you have Emily, Memes, you had Emily, Memes, Dylan, Emily, Peyton, and Duke. You had the 6 of them. And in my mind, Dylan was the crazy one off the hinges. Memes was the quiet yet strategic, or quiet yet social one. Emily is the one who is just sitting back and not really taking the heat or doing much. And then you have Peyton and Duke, who are the social strategic butterflies, and they're holding the reins. Like, Duke is Santa Claus, Peyton is his bag of gifts, and then you have Emily and Memes, as the reindeer kind of steering or flying the sleigh. That's how I feel. But I feel like Peyton should have went. Or he should have targeted Peyton, because that's what I told Dylan to do.
So you lost me for a second there, because you said 6 people. You said Emily, Memes, Peyton, Emily, Duke. That's 4 people. Could you help me, get where you're going?
So I didn't realize I had an invitation back to Ascendance Math All-Stars, but Dylan, Memes, Emily, Peyton, Duke. So 5. Okay, sorry. 5. Emily, Memes, Dylan, Peyton, Duke. That's the group that I seen. So basically, like I said, you have Emily, who's sitting back and not really doing much and just letting the game play out. Memes, who is not putting a target on his back and not doing much, but still being very social and strategic in his ways. Dylan, who is the mess, clownery, the fucking he's off the wall, crazy. Nobody takes him seriously. And then you have Peyton and Duke, who are the social butterflies and being the most strategic of the group, kind of leading that group in the direction that they're going.
So, who do you trust the most, and who do you trust the least, and why?
Obviously, right now, I trust Maddie the most. I feel like Maddie and I talk about everything. We share every piece of information. Well, I share at least every piece of information that I have. The person that I trust the least in this game, I would say Connor, but that makes no sense because I just don't talk to Connor about game. So maybe Connor, but I never really had a chance to work on trust with Connor. So at this point, I would probably say the person that I trust the least is Peyton. Actually, it's probably tied between Peyton, Connor, and Rosenberg. But Peyton is more of the Weasley one between the 3.
All right, and then last question I think I have. Well, I guess there's 2 more. So what do you have to do this round to ensure that you'll be here next round?
Keep my mouth shut. Kind of lay low. Don't be the one to throw out a name. Let people come to me. Don't initiate a bunch of conversations. Just kind of take a step back and let everyone else expose their games, blow their games up, and put themselves in the spotlight.
And then final question: if you survive this round, what are you planning to do next round? Are you gonna go for the Star Showdown? What's going on?
I would like to win a challenge. I don't really care if I win a challenge and people see that. I don't care if people say, "Oh, Robby won a challenge. He's a threat." Whatever. I'm going to be a threat regardless. I'm going to be a target regardless. I will go after the Star Showdown. I don't think I don't usually do very well in challenges. In my season, I did okay. I won a couple. But in my season, I also found fucking 6 of the briefcases, and I can't find a needle in a haystack here. So, I'm gonna try for the Star Showdown, and then continue to be kind of like the calm Robby who lets other people take the spotlight and makes targets of themselves, while also maybe spreading a couple white lies here or there, maybe throw some paranoia around.
All right. Do you have anything that you would like to wrap up with?
No, I'm losing my voice. That's gonna be all for me.
Alrighty.
Later, Robby.
Thank you, baby.